Hey everybody, welcome in. It's Julie Max and the Main Stamper. It is Monday and it is time for our card class. Now this typical Monday card class, which is usually live every Monday at 8 p.m., is going to be a little bit different today. You're actually watching a video. I am doing the recording earlier on Monday because I'm having some oral surgery done in the afternoon, and I think by 8 o'clock I am not going to want to be moving my mouth too much to talk to you, and I'm always excited to share so much information during my card class. So I thought I would record a video of the class, share it with you at the normal time that you watch live, and then watch it with you, and I'll be in the comments. So if you're watching, you can comment. I should be commenting right back to you because hopefully I'll be watching this. I'm hoping everything goes as planned today. So that's what's going on in my world. But I do have an awesome card class. There's so much information to share with you too. So free shipping is starting now. So October 9th, free shipping from Stampin Up through end of day October 11th. Any $75 order is going to qualify you for that free shipping deal. Plus my card class and 2 embellishments from me are going to be added as cherries on top. Now, of course, if you're thinking about joining as a demonstrator in October, there is a banging deal for that as well. You can think about utilizing that. Well, I've got to spend $75 to get free shipping, but if I go to $99, I can pick out, I think it's $168 and free. Like, there's some really good value there. So if you're toying with the join offer, before you place a $75 order for the entire month, that's your entire order for the month, you might want to think about bundling that up with the join and get even more. I like to maximize value, and I'm definitely doing that today with my card class. Now, my card class today is Darling Details, which I've covered before, so you may have seen some Darling Details from me before. But this time, we're doing cards in bags. These are the In Color treat bags. Now, if you were at my Stampin' Up! Super Saturday class, you have seen these. If you've seen pictures, you have seen these, but they're not all the same. I changed up some of the designs, so I have some new cards to share with you. Now, this is the premise. We have a treat bag. We have a really cute, I'm trying to catch the light right. We have a really cute decorated bag, and inside the bag, instead of a regular boring envelope, we actually have the card. The card will fit in here. So will gift cards, cash, candy, like maybe even little trinkets as well. So these are really fun. Now, obviously, these are not cards you would put in the mail with a stamp, right? These are handout gifts. So you're going to a party, you're going to a dinner, you're going to hand something to the host, you're going to share with your mail carrier, you're going to give it to a coworker, all kinds of ways that we can share the love besides putting a postage stamp on something and mailing it. And I know with postage as high as it is, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, why am I mailing all of these cards? So hand them out instead, right? If you know somebody local and you can hand them out, maybe it's even better that they see your smile and get a card from you at the same time. So we're going to go over to my workspace. We're going to talk about all the amazing, amazing things that I've got going on here. I'm just going to make sure my workspace is up, and let's go. All right, so cards in bags. Cards in bags. We're using Darling Details. And this is my offer for this week. With a $50 order, you're getting 5 card kits and a full pack of the treat bags. So a full pack of the treat bags. There's 25 treat bags. That's a $10 value right there. With your $75 order, I'm giving you the treat bags, a full pack of the In Color Jute Twine, and your card kits. So these are the card kits that I'm going to share with you here in a minute. And you get free shipping on a $75 plus order for the next 3 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Those are the days you want to take advantage of a $75 order to get all of these items and free shipping. Now, if you spend $75 on Thursday and Friday, you're still going to get the offer, but you're going to be paying shipping. So don't pay shipping. Just don't. Just save money, right? Host code is GGHVWYKM. And again, my classes always expire on Friday night because I'm getting ready for the next one after that. So Darling Details is the Stampin' dies that I'm using, and I have used them before, and there's so many dies here. So we're going to be jumping into that pretty quickly here. We are doing 5 cards tonight. Normally my class is 3. So let's move around some of these things. I am using the In Color dots to decorate my cards. Now, this isn't part of the offer, and so if you really love these, grab them. They have been on low inventory quite a bit, back and forth, so they are kind of hard to get hold of. So let's talk about our first card. This is actually, and you see the pink on here, but this is actually pebbled. This is featuring Pebbled Path. So before I open that up, I did a whole In Color club, which has expired. Club is over. I will be doing another one next year. But I gave out treat bags. I gave out these adorable little cards on the cardstock. And Pebbled Path is going to go nicely with Boho Blue and Misty Moonlight, or Crumb Cake and Pecan Pie, or Old Olive and Moody Mauve. So these are some suggestions that you can use Pebbled Path with in case you're like, what does this go with? It goes with some really awesome things. Here are the cards that we made during our In Color Club. So you can see that they all have this beautiful Pebbled Path look to them. And I always chose a stamp set each time I offered my monthly club came out, and we did different things with them. And these are some samples of Pebbled Path. So I'm going to share with you as we go. So again, this is our card. This one I did not change up, and I want to just stop really quickly and say that this whole card class idea came from Rhonda Wade. She has inspired me to create these cards for you and with you, and I didn't realize how cute they were until I actually put them together. Like, seeing them online is totally different from putting them together, and that's why I wanted to share them with you today. So this one is our Pebbled Path card. Even though it has so much bubble bath in it, I love pink and gray. Side note, my wedding colors in 1986 were pink and gray, so anything pink and gray I am immediately attracted to. Now we're going to be decorating the bag, and we're going to be doing a card. So when you get your kit in the mail, you're going to get the bags with your $50 order. You're going to get your kits, and they're going to look like this in a clear cello bag, because I don't need to hand envelopes out. We're using the bag as our envelope. You do have a lot of die cut pieces and punched pieces already for you done. So anything with the Darling Details bundle, though, you will be doing on your own. So we have things for, basically, if you wanted to make 2 cards out of these, you could. You're getting 1 card base, but you could take all of the envelope pieces and you could put this on a card front, and now you actually have 2 cards. So this is a really awesome value class. I love this one so much. So we're going to pop these together pretty quickly today, because we have a lot to cover in a little time. We're going to do the card first. So we've got some really basic layers here. This is gorgeous paper, front and back, so you can choose which side you want. Now I'm using the stripy side up. This beautiful paper is the eclectic, so something eclectic. I can't remember right now, something eclectic. And I'm just mounting that on the Pebbled Path, and this is going to go on our thick white card base. So we're going to talk about the bones of our card here really quickly, and I love these colors together. Now I want to share with you too. I love sharing thoughts and ideas. So Patty was at my class, Lori was at my class. Lori was like, this would be a really cute ice cream card. So Patty went home, she didn't do the flower. She actually put a little dish of ice cream with a couple ice cream scoops. She made this into a birthday card, and it was adorable. So there's an idea for you right out the gate if you're thinking, what else can I do with this kit? You can make this into a really sweet birthday kit as well. I'm just separating out a few pieces here so that I know which goes with which. You're going to have 2 identical white pieces of cardstock to stamp on, because you do need 2 of these cute little flowers. So you're getting 2 of those. We're going to stamp those together. I've got the Hello There coming in with Pebbled Path. I'm just separating out. So you're getting, again, die cuts. You've got some vellum and some Pebbled Path. All kinds of good stuff going on here. So let me bring in my Hello There and some ink. So this is Pebbled Path and Bubble Bath for this first card. And again, you can swap in whatever colors you have at home too. Now for the Hello There, we're going to make sure that we're putting our sentiment quite close to the right side of each of these white strips of paper, because that's where we're going to be using that the most. Let me set that aside. We're actually done with Pebbled Path ink. Wasn't that quick? That was quick. All right, Bubble Bath. Bubble Bath is coming in. We're going to do the flowers, and I'm going to suggest that for most of this class today, you have a little bit of a scrap paper to stamp off on, because we are going to actually be stamping off. So we've got an outline and a filler stamp, and this is called 2-step stamping if you're new to this. I'm going to ink up the Bubble Bath and just stamp right onto my cardstock, just like that, and get an image. Now Bubble Bath is really light, so you may not see this as well until we get to some of the darker flowers. But Bubble Bath, outline stamp. I need to clean this. We're going to be using the big flower like almost for every card here. This big flower makes an appearance, I think, on 3. Now for the 2-step stamping, we're going to ink up our filler stamp in the Bubble Bath, but we're going to stamp off. So you're going to see an image over here on my paper, and I'm going to line this up. These are photopolymers, so they're really easy to work with. And I'm just going to fill in my flower. Now you may you may be thinking, I don't see anything filled in. And that's probably true. It's really, really light. It is so light that you can barely tell. But I want to assure you, if you look at it really closely, you can see a little bit of Bubble Bath in there. And that's perfect. We don't want to do the same color twice or the whole thing would be filled in and you wouldn't see the lines of the flower. Now, these are going to be die cut with the Darling Details die. And when we're all done, they look like this. Super sweet, right? So let's finish putting our card and envelope together. So this is really fun, easy class to do. So we're going to take our longer white strip for the hello there. And we're going to just layer this onto the designer series paper. It's going to fit side to side here. And again, the hello there is way over there on the right side. Now for these pieces, the vellum and the pebbled path, I'm just going to layer these together. So pebbled path goes in front. And by putting the glue on the pebbled path, right, we're not putting any adhesive on the vellum where we don't want to see it. So you can see what it looks like if you actually, you know, are gluing on the vellum. So we're going to pop this on here, and I can't remember, did I use dimensionals? I always question this constantly. I did not use dimensionals. This is just going to go on here right like this. So now I know that when I add this on, I'm just going to put the adhesive where the gray is, this pebbled path, and I'm going to angle it just a little bit here. And so I don't cover up my hello there, and then this pretty little flower is going to come on. Looks like I didn't do much for dimensionals. I guess maybe that's so that we can add maybe some candy into this bag, right? We want some candy in this gift bag. I know I do. I need my twine. I didn't think to get this out ahead of time. So my twine has been well loved. You can see I've got just little bits and pieces left. This is really awesome. It is thick, almost yarn-like, but it's stiff and woolly, if that helps you in thoughts and words, right? So I'm just going to make a cute little bow here and snip off the excess, and I'm going to use a glue dot and put that onto my card just with the glue dot. I opened new glue dots recently, and I guess I had so many old glue dots that I had the old style, and now the glue dots are actually on a different side of the paper than I originally knew them to be. So sometimes I'm getting a little bit confused about that. But there is my hello there card, really cute. Now I'm not going to put the bling on right now, but you can see that I did add in some embellishments. Again, you're not getting the embellishments in your kit, so your card will look like this, and you can add whatever embellishments you want to add in. Let's do our treat bag. So I originally in my class, I had belly bands, but it was really hard to figure out how to score them to fit all the way around. So for the class, and also they were really long. So if you want belly bands on these bags, ooh, that's a lot of bees. You're going to actually need 11 inches of cardstock length by 1 inch wide. So this is 1 inch wide. This one happens to now be 4 3/4. It's not wrapping around, I'm just decorating the front, because mailing you an 11-inch piece of cardstock, it's going to get all bent up and be terrible by the time you get it. So we're just going to make things easier. And if you want a longer belly band, you can cut a 1 by 11, and you could use white on any of these bags and do a belly band in white. So I'm just kind of repeating here for this card. I should say this envelope. This definitely could be a beautiful little card as well. I'm going to go ahead and add my adhesive here onto this one and pop this on. This is just going to layer here. I'm not putting it all the way to the end. I'm leaving a little matting here on the sides, and we're going to go ahead and put this adhesive, again, not on the vellum, so keep the vellum free and clear. It'll be beautiful. We'll pop this on here. We'll put on our little flower. Super quick and easy, right? Or ice cream if you're doing ice cream. I mean, you can definitely change up your themes here. We're going to make another quick bow off the spool, and we're going to pop this on here, and then this card and bag are going to be done. Okay, there we go. Off that goes. I need another glue dot. So my old glue dots were on this part, and now my new glue dots are on this part. And I am just, you know, when you learn something and it's a habit and then it changes, oh, it's so difficult to, like, you know, get those new things in play. Okay, so here is a sample of our gorgeous little treat bag, right? You're going to tuck your little card in here, and you're going to gift it away. Now, depending on what else you're adding in here, that's all up to you, really, right? But how cute is that? Now, you can fold over the flap if you want to as well. Notice that I did keep this part, this side of the bag is the front. there's a seam in the back. There's seams in the back. So I'm calling this the back side, and this is the front side. So we're decorating the front side, but how cute is that? This is featuring Pebbled Path, and that's our first of 5 that we're doing today. So let me set that one aside. We're gonna jump right into the next one. And this one is Wild Wheat. Now, Wild Wheat was not the most popular color. I should say Wild Wheat is not the most popular color. Not even now, it's not the most popular color. So Wild Wheat, what goes with Wild Wheat? We have Old Olive and Blackberry Bliss, Berry Burst and Bubble Bath, and we have Pecan Pie and Cajun Craze. So there's some ideas on how to use up some Wild Wheat. These are the 3 cards that we did for In Color Club. So of course, fall themed. This was our September card club color, and I love the leaf. So you can keep it really simple, right? You can use it with gold and black, looks super classy. And then here I mixed in some Lost Lagoon and Poppy Parade. So again, just some different colors, different ideas on Wild Wheat. Now we're creating a different card for this one. I changed it. I did say I changed it up. So I'm going to show you the change up. So the one on the left with lots of Wild Wheat was the original. I changed it up to be a little bit more, have a more white on it. So I'm not sure which one of these 2 cards you like better, but I did want to change it up and add more white. So with the card kit you're getting, you'll get the envelopes, of course, and you'll get the card kits, and you'll be creating this card right here. So a little bit different, quite a bit the same, but a little bit different. So again, all of your parts and pieces will be in here for the card and the envelope. So everything that you see that I'm pulling out is what you get at home. So you're going to get this at home. It's going to be embossed, and it's going to have the hole punched out already. And you're going to get the Wild Wheat card base. So I'm going to suggest that you flip this over, depending on which side you want, front and back, right? And you can just make sure that the hole is at the top. You're going to see from the embossing that the hole should be at the top. And swan paper, checker paper, right? Elisa used the swan paper in class. It was really cute. You're just going to pop this on here now over top of the hole. So this is the back side of the card. And if you kind of keep it straight all around, you should have some X's that are pretty straight going forward there. So we're just going to glue this down. So again, this is going to be the bones of your card. You're going to get all of these items in your kit. And we're just going to glue this, making sure we know which way it opens. We're going to glue this way onto the card front. So if you're not a fan of the Wild Wheat, there is less Wild Wheat now than there was before. Now I did put this little strip of Wild Wheat in here. This is again an add-on from the original design. And I'm putting it just right down here underneath the circle, maybe 1/4 of an inch down. It does go all the way across, right? So we're just bringing in a little bit more Wild Wheat. Now you're going to have all kinds of paper here that you're like, what am I doing with all of this? So you are going to die cut. So you're getting 3 squares of black. You're going to die cut these intricate little flowers out of the Darling Details. On the white, you're going to stamp your flower. Let's do the stamping right now. So again, we're bringing in the big flower, and we're doing the 2-step stamping, this time with Wild Wheat. So this one may show up a little bit better for you to see on camera what it looks like. So I'm going to do a full stamping of the background or the outline. Let me clean that up again. I don't want to make any inky messes. We're going to stamp off, and then we're going to stamp right on over top our 2-step stamping. And here you can see the difference here now. 2-step stamping on that one is a little bit more apparent because it's a little bit darker of a color. All right, we're going to pop this closed, Wild Wheat. And we're going to do a little bit of stamping here, just a note and hello there. Now, of course, you can switch sentiments up if you want. This will be the belly band for the Wild Wheat card. So as mentioned, you can use just white for your belly bands, but that's going to be for that. You've got a circle punched here for your envelope as well. When you have these beautiful little pieces of black paper, you are going to be, let me grab out my mug of supplies here. You have 3 of these. So this is what you've got. 1 for this one and 2 for this card. 1, 2, 3. Loving the black. And then when you die cut your flower or fussy cut, right, you have your flower. It's all set right here. So we just need to stamp our sentiments. Now you're getting this cute little die cut right here as well, if I can pick it up. This is for the front of your bag, but you could use it on the card instead if you choose to. I'm stamping these sentiments in the Memento ink, and I'm looking for hello there. So here's hello there. And we're going to pop that on here. There's hello there. And then I also need one that says just a note. And I have to find them because I have stamps everywhere. Just a note right here. I used a lot of stamps from this particular stamp set for these cards, and it's always nice to be able to like use so many stamps when you have a set. All right, for the just a note, I'm going to trim it just a little bit this way, just like that, and I may actually trim a little bit off the back end too. Not too much, but just a little bit. And we're going to pop the just a note right up here, and it's going to kind of come off this way, so it's above this wild wheat, and it may cover a little bit of the circle, but it kind of, by the time you add all the flowers in, it looks pretty good like that. Now you, of course, at home, if you're using this kit, you may decide to choose to put it anywhere else but where I'm doing it. So you just feel free to get creative with the parts and pieces that you have. I'm going to just add a little bit of adhesive here wherever I can on this little intricate die cut, and we're going to pop one up this way and kind of press down for a second to hold it, and then we're going to repeat for this one right here. So if you have the adhesive sheets and you want to add a little bit of adhesive sheet to this, you could as well, and that will help you to keep these held down a little bit. Some of it will pop up because not every little section is glued down, and I'm okay with that. Now for the back side of this flower, the wild wheat flower, I am going to actually use dimensionals. Let me grab out a new sheet. I seem to have a lot of partials right now, so we're going to grab out some dimensionals, pop this up. Now dimensionals on any of these would be absolutely fantastic, so feel free to add some height to any of these items. So we're going to put this in here, and I'm going to make sure my flower covers the middle, and I'm also going to make sure it covers the end of my white paper here, my sentiment piece, so that it kind of looks a little bit more seamless, right? So I covered up, so you don't really know how far over that goes. I covered up the little parts there, and we are going to add a little bit of ribbon with the wild wheat twine. I seem to have some cut right here, so we'll use this one. Making a little bow again. So making bows with the twine, a lot easier sometimes than using the ribbon. And we're going to just add this in here again with a glue dot. Finding all, see, all my glue dots are flying off of here. I don't think I have my ribbon on here tight enough. Might have to make some adjustments. Okay, but not right now. I'm just note to self, adjust ribbon on glue dot spool. Okay, so a glue dot is nice right there. We're going to just pop that in down here, kind of, I probably covered up too much of my sentiment. This ribbon is very, as you can see, it's very curly. I think it's kind of cute that it curls as much as it does. Now on my original card, I did take some of the embellishments and add them in there, but this is what your card could look like. And let me get rid of some of this. We still have to do our envelope too, or a second card if that's what you're doing. So now I really need to find a whole bunch of this because we're going to wrap this around. So this is wrapped. Now this is the sample again where I have the belly band on the back. I am not sending kits in the mail with belly bands though, like that length. So I am just going to give you shorter pieces so you can decorate the front and not have to worry about scoring it, having it bent in the mail, all of those things, right? So if you just want to decorate the front, pop a piece on, 4 3/4 there, just like that. But I did wrap. This one was wrapped around. So let's see what it looks like when we wrap it this time. This could be a little bit trickier to try to do a ribbon here. We're going to do our best. And then I might tack it down a little bit also as we go. Oh, I lost my little string here. Can I recover? I'm trying to recover my little string. We're gonna probably make a knot and then we're gonna start over. Okay, let's just go a little bit longer. Again, really stringy, really curly stringies here, right? They just curl up. It's just crazy how curly they are. Crazy cute, but sometimes a little difficult to maneuver. All right, so a little bit bigger of a string may be required, especially when you're making a bow. And really, I didn't waste any because I had just the right amount there. Now I'm going to go ahead and tape this down here to the middle of my faux belly band. We'll call it a faux belly band because I'm going to actually be putting my little circle over top and then no one will know that it's taped down. And that's also going to help to secure that too. So that's really cute. Any of these belly band ideas that you see out of all 5 cards, you can use across the board. So if you like the ribbon wrapped around like this, you can wrap on all of them. Now, some of them I'm making have bows on them, but you can definitely change it up and do however you want. Now for this, I'm going to put dimensionals on, but I'm going to be kind of stealthy with my dimensionals. I'm going to put them top and bottom because I don't want to put anywhere the ribbon is. So let's grab these off of here, and we're going to pop this on here, right about in the middle. And then my my little circle here will catch those 2 dimensionals. How cute is that? And then we're going to glue this on. Actually, we're going to put a dimensional right here on the back side. Yep, 1 dimensional down and a little bit of glue, and it's going to go right onto the circle, just like this. And then perfectly done, right? So cute. Card in a bag. How awesome is that? So when you're done, you pop this card in the bag, and you're ready to gift it away. That is card number 2. So we are moving along quite nicely. And again, that was our Wild Wheat card. So I hope you enjoyed that. Change up. If you saw the other ones, that's my change up. We're going to move on to copper clay. Copper clay. Let's talk a little bit about copper clay. So copper clay colors are good with crushed curry and blueberry bushel if you want that yellow blue. You could use old olive, night of navy, and you could use Cajun craze and mossy meadow. This is my favorite combination right here for the fall, of course. Let's talk about a few of the cards that I made with copper clay. So we have some gorgeous designer paper that worked really well with copper clay. And this one was a little bit more masculine, of course. So sometimes those are harder cards to make. And then this one, again, a little bit more of a masculine fall vibe to this color. That's just how I feel about copper clay. So those are some examples of copper clay. Now we're going to create this card, and I changed it up. This is a change up again. So in case you were checking out my previous Super Saturday class pictures, I have changed it up. So the original card, I like to show you the original so you can compare. The original card it was like so monotone, and so there was very little light and airiness to it. I feel like this was a heavy card. I changed it up because I added a white card base. I minimized the amount of copper, and I also added in a little bit of Cajun, so a little bit of a contrasting color, which is so similar. I think Cajun and copper are really they're like twins almost. And I changed up, I didn't want so much wild wheat in here, so I changed that up too. So that is the change up. This is the card that you're going to be getting with your kit, and we are going to take a look at how this one goes together and all the things that you're going to get in this particular card kit as well. So we have a thick white base. We'll just grab the bones of our card here. Now this one will come to you embossed. This is the copper clay. This is Cajun craze. So they are very similar in tone. Now I'm not sponging. Normally I'm on here and I'm sponging every edge, and I'm kind of going over all kinds of things. These are meant to be quick, easy cards that you're going to just put together. You can certainly do that at home if you want to. You can add all kinds of stuff to that. We're going to, before we put this on our card base, we're going to add in some twine, and hopefully I have enough here. Look how curly this is. Like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. All right, we're going to start over here on the back. I need some tear and tape. Let's see, tear and tape. We're going to do this, and we're going to just start over here. I'm just going to pop just maybe an inch in, right? We don't want to waste it, so don't waste it. Maybe an inch in or so, but we're going to wrap it around, and then we're going to come through and we're going to wrap it again. So we're going to have two. We're going to have 2 little lines here coming this way. And then when we get to the back, we're going to cut it, and we're going to add some more tape and hold that down. And that's all you need. Now, if you want to be really, really frugal with your twine, you could wrap and cut each one individually, and then you would save probably like 2 or 3 inches, and that's perfectly fine. In the past, I was doing that all the time myself, but sometimes it's just quicker and easier if you're trying to knock something out to just wrap it and say, okay, good, we got it, we're covered here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on some dimensionals here before I put this onto my card base, and that's because this twine is thick and it really does add a little bit of bulk. So putting the dimensionals on just makes sense to give the rest of the cardstock the same lift, really, that this twine is giving it. So make sure you know which way your card is opening. We're going to pop this on here, and we have bones on our card already. Like, how fantastic is that? Okay, so next, moving on, we do have, find all my parts and pieces here. You're going to have a die cut piece. You're going to be stamping on this, and you're going to get these cute little Cajun and copper scraps. These are really, what they are. They're scraps. And there's a little die that is in the Darling Details dies that's going to cut out this really sweet, like how cute is that, this little flower. So let's do a little bit of stamping here. We're bringing in Cajun Craze ink. Nope, let's make that copper clay. Copper clay ink. And our sentiment here says, count me among all the people who are here for you. We're just going to stamp that. Again, we're going to keep that a little bit closer to the right side of our banner. Now you can actually use it. This will fit on here this way. If you want to use the banner the long way, you can still get that same sentiment on there, which is really awesome. I wanted to try something a little different with the banner. So I went in a different direction with that. Now we are going to also use wild wheat. So we are bringing in just a little bit of wild wheat, and we're bringing in a stamp that looks kind of like pine leaves, pine needles, but we're going to stamp off again. So I'm just going to stamp this off, full ink here, second generation ink here. I probably should stamp it here because I'm going to be maybe coming off my paper a little bit, and then I don't want to stamp on my counter. So there we go, just a little bit of second generation ink to add some extra color in on the side. And we're gonna get tricky again with our dimensionals as well. Looking to see here, we're putting the copper, nope, this is Cajun. I get these ones mixed up. These are like, again, to me, they're like twins, copper and Cajun. We're putting the Cajun flower on here. Now you could change it. You could put the copper flower on here. I wanted the brighter color on this one, and this one does definitely need a little bit of bling in the middle because it's really boring without it. I don't know if I know where I put my bling, and I'm piling stuff up as I go, so it's kind of crazy in here. So we're going to just grab one of these off of here. I think I used the middle size. There's 3 sizes to these as well. So when you get them home, these little embellishments, when you order them, I should say, they're not coming in your kit, but you can get, they come in a large, medium, and small. So and there's so many on these sheets. This is probably a better sheet to show you because there's a lot more dots on this one. So back to these things are called dimensionals. Can you tell it's like a different time of day for me? I normally am on here in the evening trying to decide where I want to trim some of this off. I'm normally on here at 8 o'clock at night, and this is a recording, so it's a little bit different today, doing things a little differently. So make sure you're checking out this great video, and I will be watching in the comments with you when you tune in at 8 o'clock. So I just took ends off of my sheet of dimensionals because I wanted like longer sections, top and bottom, because what I want to do is I want to straddle the strings that I put on here. So I want my dimensionals to hit above and below these two, we'll call it barbed wire. It almost looks like barbed wire as I'm looking at it now. I like to think of different things as I go. So there we go. There is your card, just like that. Super quick, simple, easy, cute. Love it. Now let's do our envelope. And this is a really fun envelope because it's just, I think this is probably even maybe, this was my favorite envelope. I'm going to say that. I just really loved how this one went together. So again, you're getting a fake belly band. We're calling this a fake belly band. And we're going to just put this on front of our card. The front of our envelope has the white showing at the top. You can take advantage of these lines that are on here because it's like a grid for you, right? And just layer that down straight across. You don't have to worry now. Is it crooked? Is it straight? How did I do? This is another one that I wrapped around. And I don't know if I have enough on here. Let's see. We're going to pop the rest of this off of here. Let's see if I can wrap this around here, just like I did the other one. So options, of course, are, oh, I'm going to have extra. That's okay. What I'll do is I will save my little strings off to the side and use them on something else. Okay, so we're going to just pop this around the edge, just like we did on our wild wheat card. Again, if this is not something that you want to do with your twine, you can just make a little bow instead. Let me cut off some of my curly ends there. So I will save that. I have one scrap I can save for sure. And just like we did on our last card, we are going to grab some tear and tape and we're going to secure this twine right here so it won't slide. So again, it's wrapped around the back, and I'm not adhering anything on the back, so that's loose, but I am adhering it here. Now you have a die cut circle. This is vellum, and it is die cut with the stitch shapes, and you've got this die cut piece as well. So these are going to go on, but we're going to stamp on this white one first. Let me bring in my scraps. We are going to stamp Friend in copper clay. So let's see if I can find Friend. Here's Friend right here. We're going to keep this kind of in the middle. And then from there, we're going to bring the wild wheat back in. And we're going to do stamping just like we did on the front of our card, but we're actually going to just keep this like full strength this time. We're giving Friend the whole like full wild wheat effect on the front of this card. And then we're going to bring in our little tiny die cut flower, and we're going to glue this on here right in the middle. So these little pine fronds really have like a little space in the middle. It's perfect for like a pine berry, or I'm sorry, like a berry if you're doing a pine, you know, Christmassy pines and you want a holly berry type effect, or in this case we are doing the flower. And we're going to add another little medium size In Color dot right here. They're they're just beautiful. I love how they just kind of shimmer perfectly. Nice little sheen to them. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and put this on. So this one right here, this circle can just come on. I probably, well, I don't know if I can do it now. Let me see. Can I make an adjustment? Because my bow should have been over just a little bit more. So let's see if I can kind of scooch it by sliding a little bit. There, I slid a little bit. Yep. Okay, better. Okay, I want my circle to be in the middle, so I needed to move my bow over just a little tiny bit. I think I'm going to put this down with tear and tape. I'm going to just throw some on here. Actually, I'm going to throw some on here, and I'm going to take all of these backings off, and then my circle of vellum is going to stick to these little tear and tape pieces that are on my card treat bag. And these treat bags, oh my gosh, you get so many of them. When they come to you, you get 25 treat bags, 5 of each color. I am going to be sharing more ideas on how to use these treat bags through the week. I'm not sure how I'm going to be doing, how my mouth is going to be feeling for my surgery today. I may be doing videos. I may not. I might just pop on, and I feel like this should be way over now. And now it's really too late. We're just going to go with it. So my friend is going to be my friend is sentiment here. It still fits on the envelope. I guess I should have come way over, and I didn't, but that's okay. I am going to do these beautiful little pop-ups again here on here. I might not have wanted to go so high in that. Let's come down a little bit. And then we're going to kind of come here. So we're kind of hugging the string here again. Make sure that everything's going to be covered. Nope. Okay, let's move these over. I forgot. The nice thing about putting these on the vellum is they are actually like repositionable. That's going to work for me better. So what I was trying to do is just hug the string here and put some dimension on either ends so that I can get my little friend that is so cute. I just love this one. I've got dimensional backings going everywhere. We're going to just put this on as snug over to the bow as we can. And I guess we're going to put it right about there. Okay, so if you're making these at home, just keep in mind, you probably want this bow way, 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 way over to fit this long friend. Beautiful. I love this makeup right here. So this is gorgeous. This is the copper clay. So there's our copper clay card, and then you're going to pop this in your bag and you're going to gift it away, right? So there's copper clay, adorable, super sweet. So that's 3. We are 3 down. Let me just clean up a few of my backings here so that they're not sticking to everything. We're going to pop into card number 4. We're still going. Oh my gosh, we're still going. Card number 4 is coming up. This one is going to be our Moody Mauve. I love Moody Mauve. It is such a great color. So let's talk a little bit about Moody Mauve. Moody Mauve goes well with Bubble Bath and Blackberry Bliss. You could use Basic Gray and Granny Apple, and you could use Petal Pink and Flirty Flamingo. This combination is not one that I would have thought of And I'm not sure how I feel about that one. I think I might have to put that in action to see. Now here are some samples of just really heavy Moody Mauve cards, right? So we've got a lot of Moody Mauve on each of these. Again, these were cards that I did with my In Color Club. So I'm just sharing with you some ideas for these beautiful in colors. And I know that some of them are not as popular as others, but some of them are actually really beautiful. So this card I did not change up at all. So I kept this one original to the design. Again, not my designs. These are from Rhonda Wade. She did this great class, and I am just sharing her creations. I did change up a couple of my cards so far, and I will be changing up one more. So the very last card, I'm also changing up. But this one I loved just as it was. So I was like, man, I'm going to keep that adorably cute just as it is. Now you're getting, again, a lot of die cuts. You're getting a little tag here. You're getting some really, again, that beautiful designer paper. So you have a whole bunch of stuff that you're going to be able to work with. And I'm just going to separate this out here because we're doing, again, card and the gift bag. So let's put this one together first. Now, this piece right here is the same length as your designer series paper, and you are meant to die cut out a piece that I'm looking for in my craft room right now. Okay, we're die cutting this piece right here. So you're going to use from the Darling Details dies, there's like a little scalloped edging, right? So you're going to die cut this piece, and when you're done it looks like this. So I will suggest that you put the glue, keep your scallop to the top, and then put your glue here on this bottom section, and then just add your designer series paper here over top, just like this, so that you can line it up, and you'll see what it looks like from the front, and it's going to be beautiful. Oh, let's put this white down. We haven't even put the white down on our card front yet. This is just really simple matte right here, right? Basic white on the Moody Mauve card base. So we're putting this layer on here first. This is so cute either way. I mean, I love this bubble bath paper. And I'm going to just add some adhesive on the DSP and on a little bit of the die cut. Now this will be kind of have that matted effect, right? So you're still going to see the white all the way around. So you've got that one going on there. And we're going to do some stamping. We're going to do some more stamping on this one. There's my little guy that's already done. We're bringing in, let me see, where's my ink? Lots of stamps for this one too, by the way, because we're stamping leaves and we're stamping stems, and we got two-step stamping and all. So Old Olive and Moody Mauve. So these are our two colors. We're going to start with the Old Olive. And since we're decorating the card and the bag quite similarly, we're going to do the stamping at the same time, just so that we have the ink out. We're going to go. So here is our stem. So we're just going to add our stem on here on both of them. Okay, step one, stem, done. Now we have the outline of the leaf. So again, we're doing some two-step stamping. So just choose where you want this to go. You can rotate this a little bit. It can go up and down, however you want. Like, they don't have to look exactly identical, because flowers never look exactly identical. So there is our outline stamping for that part. Now we're going to fill in these leaves with the filler stamp. So I'm going to stamp off over here. A little bit of stamping off, and I'm going to fill in with a lighter color. So by stamping off, we can see, really, you can see the two effects of the coloring here. So there we go. There's our leaves, so all beautifully stamped off. That worked out really nicely. All right, so we're done with garden. Nope, this is Old Olive. We're done with Old Olive. Okay, move that aside. We're going to bring in our, it's almost like a half of a flower, right? It's the bottom half of the flower. It doesn't come all the way around to the top, but it is really cute. So we're going to do this one next, and we're going to do it in Moody Mauve. And again, we're going to be taking advantage of our scrap paper that we're stamping off on. And I'm going to do this twice. So we're going to start with the outline. Outline is full strength. I'm going to do one on this little paper that I'm sending to you, and I'm going to do one on whichever one is for my envelope. And that's actually not as nice as I want. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to be tricky. So I actually did twice, and that's okay too. So that's the outline. We can move that aside. We're going to do the filler, the two-step stamping. We're going to stamp off and stamp on, and we're going to stamp off, and we're going to stamp on. And I'm not going to do anything more with that one, because I'm going to cover this one up. Once you die cut this, we're going to be putting this on. So what I'm going to do, where it's stamped a little bit light there, is I'm just going to pop this right over the top. No one's going to know. Isn't that awesome? Now, while I have out the Moody Mauve, I'm going to take my little tag that you're getting, and that will be die cut for you. And I'm bringing in Happy Birthday, and I'm going to put the Happy Birthday on here, just like so. I think I have a little bit of green ink on there too, probably from my finger, but since it's the same color as my card, I'm not even concerned about that at all. All right, that is our stamping. So let's, as we're doing this, we're gonna do our bag kind of at the same time. These are very similar and really cute designs. So again, with this bag, you could chop up the bag and use this as designer paper and put this on a card front, and then you've got another card basically from the bag design. You could use this with the bag and you would have a brand new card just like that. All you need is another card base. This could go on white too, so if you're like, man, I don't have any of those colors, you're good to go. All right, so I'm going to put this on with a dimensional. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to put this on with just one, I think. One big one there. That'll be good. So we're going to cover up this little bit of wonky stamping that I did. And now it's gorgeous. I love it. Now this I also put on with some dimensionals, so we'll pop some on here. It's always nice to have a few dimensionals on your card. All those greeting cards you buy at the store, I mean most of them, I should say most of them, they're all flat, right? They're all like one dimension. Our handmade cards are so much better than that. They have lift, they have bling, they have so many, and they have our love. Like you cannot buy that, right? You can't buy that love. All right, so I put a dimensional here on this tag. I'm gonna, before I do that, let us back up the boat and let me see if I can get my dimensional backing back on there for a little bit. I need to add some string here. I forgot about this beautiful little loop of string that's gonna come through this little hole that is in this this little tag. I love these little tags. So I'm just gonna pull some up through here, trim a little bit off. I'm going to make a little knot of sorts. So it's just see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. This is my idea is you pull them both at the same time. You got this little knot thingy right here in the middle. And there it is, just like that. All right, now I can take this off again, if it'll come off. It should. It's backing from a dimensional. I probably put the wrong side on. Yep, it appears that I did. However, we're moving on. We're going to glue. We're going to add glue. I've added glue before. And we're going to glue here. So this part right here is going to hit the already popped up piece. And my dimensional with glue is going to just be over here on the outside. I'm going to have to hold that there for a second, I think, because it is a little bit more slippery. Now, if you want to position this little knot so it does not move, some double knots there, we are going to use a glue dot on the back of the knot and then kind of position it so it's on the card wherever you want it to be. And then you can trim these up if they need to be a little bit trimmer. Oh my gosh, the glue dot is still sticking to my finger. I attempted, it didn't work. Okay, there we go. So now the glue dot is there holding that knot down so it won't pop up there. And my little stringies seem a little bit wonky right now, but there is this card. Oh, and it needs bling. This one definitely I feel like it needs bling in the middle. I'll bring in the bling here. What do I have left? I have a couple of these left on this sheet. Let's use a big one up. And we're gonna put it right there in the middle, and it's so cute. But we didn't finish our bag yet, so let's come back over to our treat bag. So I put down the fake belly band so far. We're going to bring this in. This is just going to come down here flat. Doesn't have to do anything fancy. A little bit of glue on there, and we're going to just pop this on here. And you can put it in the middle, you can put off to the side, however you want to do it. That's going to go on there, and we do need another little bow. Whoops, wrong color. We want this color. So we'll make a quick bow with our Moody Mauve. And we will, everything is everywhere. I need to do a serious cleaning in my craft room. I'm hoping that I'm able to do so later today. Wouldn't that be awesome? All right, so I'm putting the glue dot right here at the top of the flower, and then I'm gonna put this little bow here, kind of catch it right underneath, and then a little bit more bling on my flower again. So this will be matching. I like the matching. The matching is the best part. When you can match, I mean, sometimes we decorate our envelopes, our white envelopes that we mail, right? But there's nothing like this decorated envelope. This is so cute. Card's gonna go in. You're gonna have an envelope, card, so cute. Oh my gosh. And that is number 4. We have one more. So this is the grand finale here. We are moving on to our very last one. cards bags. This one is boho blue. Love the boho blue. Let's talk about boho blue. This is probably the most popular color. Boho blue goes with petal pink and Lost Lagoon. Kind of a springy mix. You can mix it up with Orchid Oasis and Fresh Freesia, I think also springy, and then Soft Sea Foam and Old Olive. These are some really great colors. Now when I did my In Color Club, we've really just focused on the boho blue. So you're going to see a few cards here with the boho blue. These are the cards that we made. So it just gives you an idea of what you can do with boho blue. So for this kit, I changed it up. I told you I changed it up. So this is my card. This is my change up card. I changed up some things, but not all the things. Let me grab the original. Okay. Original was a white card base, and I did change up the designer series paper a little bit too because I ran out of some of this pattern. But we had boho blue here along the edging. And on this one, I changed it up. So we have a boho blue base. So I basically flipped it. And then the white here. And I kept the little yellow flower because I thought, gosh, that is just the sweetest little blue and yellow combination. I absolutely adore it. So you are actually making this card. This is the card you'll be making with the kits that I am sending to you. Of course, if you love the other versions, you can just chop up some paper at home and get creative with whatever you also have. So here is our last card kit. It's going to come to you in these little cello bags, and you can reuse these cello bags. These are actually meant to hold cards. So I use these at craft fairs, so I slide them in, and then your card is protected. If you're mailing a card and you don't want it to get wet, because sometimes things get wet in the mail, right? Slide it into the cello bag. This is a reusable, and you'll be getting 5 of these because you're getting 5 card kits with these cello bags. So that's like another little bonuses everywhere, right? Bonuses you don't even think about. They're like, oh, save those bags. They're amazing. So boho blue card base. We have some designer series paper. Now this is from the Countryside Inn suite. You may recognize I did a mega class with this back, I think in June, but we're just going to glue this down. This is a nice DSP layer onto our card front. So far we're good. We got our stripies going up and down. Now you're going to be doing some die cutting for this one, and you're going to get 2 larger pieces because you're die cutting the outlines for the gorgeous little scalloped details here. I'm just trying to move some stuff aside. So you're going to be die cutting this piece, and you're going to get this. Make sure you're centering your die on here because it only die cuts the middle. The outside is going to stay intact. And then same thing for this one. You're going to have this one for your envelope. Here's the card stock right here. So make sure you line it up as squarely as possible when you die cut it. This is for the envelope. So those are your 2 die cut pieces. They are ready to go after you take care of them. So we're going to just go ahead and pop this onto our card front here. And I'm just going to dot some glue along the edges. Not too much. I'm going to be light with this one because there is some little stitching in here. So if you're too heavy with the glue, it's going to just ooze right out the top. And we're going to line this up and center it onto our designer paper. So I'm just kind of trying to center it a little bit here before I get really firm with it. And then I'm going to squish it down when I'm happy with all of it. I'm going to actually flip this one over. Press from the back, and any of the glue may or may not hit my work surface, but there we go. It is nice and flat, and here's the bones of your card. Right after you've die cut that, that is the bones of your card. Now you're also getting some banner pieces here, and we're going to talk about some of these other things we got going on. So you're going to be die cutting again from the detailed Darling Details. I'm looking for the rest of my pieces here to show you what we've got here. Okay, so you're going to be die cutting this really cute flower from here. We did this 3 times in black for the Wild Wheat card, so you may remember this. So this is going to be on here with your boho blue paper, right? And then we're going to do a little bit of stamping. You're going to have 2 that are identical here. These are meant to be stamped in Daffodil Delight. Who thought? Yellow and blue, right? Classic colors together. So this is the 3rd time we're bringing in our big stamp and doing some stamping. We're going to also be stamping off, so I should probably move some things up. So we'll do our outline first. 2 outlines on those papers. And then next we're going to bring in our filler stamp, stamp off, and then stamp on, just like we've been doing. This should be like This, you could be doing this in your sleep now. You're like, wow, I've done this so many times. So you're going to have one for the front and one for the envelope, and that's why you need 2 of those. And when you die cut them out or fussy cut them, they're super sweet. All right, let me move those aside, and we're going to do our stamping. Now I did friend twice on each of the banners. Let me close up the yellow so we don't have accidents. And I'm going to bring in those little banner die cuts and Misty Moonlight. So not even Boho Blue. This is Misty Moonlight. I need to find Friend. Actually, Friend needs to be cleaned up a little bit. My Friend is dirty. My Friend was in another ink color. All right, so we're just going to make sure we're good there. I feel like I have cat hair on my stamps. I can differentiate some cat hair from some dog hair in my craft room, because if it's white, it's definitely not my Black Lab's hair. Okay, we're going to put Friend on the far right here on both of those. So there's Friend. And oh, we're going to stamp this piece right here with some leaves. Oh, I think I need to clean up my leaves too. I used those in another card and they got a little dirty. So let me clean that leaf up. The other ones are clean. Okay, we're good here. I'm going to be doing a lot of stamp cleaning here when we're done today. All right, so let's bring in the outline. So there are 3 stamps. This is like 3-step stamping for this one, okay? So we have an outline, and it looks like this. And then we have the pine needle type one, right, which we used earlier. So we're going to stamp these little pine type needle ones. So there's 2 stamps right there, 1 and 2. That's steps 1 and 2. Now we're going to do the 3rd step in this case. And of course, you don't have to do all of these steps. I'm going to stamp off again, and then I'm going to fill in with the lighter Misty Moonlight color. And just like that, we have that all set. And when we die cut it, it's going to look just like this. So you've got 3-step stamping for that piece. Now, what's fun about this card, and I really enjoyed watching, I have some smart stampers that come and visit me and stamp with me, because I wasn't sitting with everyone the whole time. And by the time I got to the ladies that were making this card, they had already figured out my secret, which is so awesome. I love that they were so smart about that. Like, hey, you did this. And I was like, yep, I did. And I'm glad you guys figured it out too, because that is so awesome. I love to watch those little light bulb moments. I mean, I have them in the craft room all the time, but usually no one's here to witness it. So, you know, but as I'm talking, I'm just going to go ahead and glue down my sentiment. This little cute little boho blue open die cut. It's going to go right up the top. So here's where we're going to get a little bit creative. So this is our leaf. We only stamped 1 and die cut 1, right? If I put this over top of my flower, it covers up, like you can't even see it anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off. I'm going to cut it apart. So we have a leaf here, and we have 2 leaves here. And that's how they're going to go on our card, just like that. So let me go ahead and put some glue here on this 2-leaf one. The 2 are going to come down here toward the bottom. See if I have those over far enough. I probably should be dry fitting a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I've got 2 on the bottom. Once this yellow flower is on here, it's going to cover up this jagged edge that I left. And we're going to go ahead and pop this other one here kind of up to the top. So we elongated our leaves by cutting them apart and then covering them up with something else. So I think that's a really great little, like, awesome thing that you can do, and highly recommend it. All right, I must have stamped on the back side of this and not liked it and stamped again, because this is the back side and this is the front side. I've got dimensionals on here. I forgot my ribbon. Maybe before I get crazy, I'll bring in some boho blue. On the original card, they had us loop a whole bunch of ribbon, you know, put some tape on, loop some ribbon. And I found that because this is so curly, when I did my last card, I just made a bow and put it on there, and it almost looked the same. It almost had the same effect. So I'm just going to make kind of a long bow here, a bigger bow, and we're going to pop this on up here. I think I even popped it on after my flower went on, but that's, you know, that's how crafting goes sometimes, right? You're going along and you're like, oh, I skipped a step in order, and it's okay, because you can kind of just, you can add things in as you go. All right, so there's my little bow. So I've just put it here on the top, and I'm just going to add in my little flower, and this is just going to kind of loop around and be loose and crazy, and that's just how it's going to be. So there's my little bow right there. You can also loop things around if you want. Now I feel like this one really also, the bling just brightened it up. I only have 1 dot on this one, and oh, here's my other sheet right here. I have a few more. I'm going to need to order some more of this too. Good thing it's free shipping day. I'm going to order a bunch of stuff and save as well. Now, I get to save even more as a demonstrator because I get 25% off everything I order. And then I'm going to get free shipping this week, so I'm really excited about that. And Stampin' Up! Has a really great joint offer. If you're watching this in October of 2023, there's a great joint offer. You can get free shipping today and 20% off all your orders, going up even higher than that as you go. But that one just looks prettier with bling, doesn't it? Let's finish up our gift envelope. So again, I am using a little bit something different here, but we're going to start off with the fake belly band here, our boho blue belly band. And we're going to just line this up here across the front, keeping this white top here as our front, right? Now on this one, we're going to just line up some designer series paper with this, this gorgeous little die cut that I did earlier. I did it off screen just to save a little bit of time. I'm going to keep my adhesive for right now. I'm going to keep it kind of snug to the scallops because I don't want to have glue like everywhere. And I'm just going to go ahead and make sure as I put this on here that it looks good. Now you can see it's not even on here straight, but it's okay because here all of the little scallops have blue. It's a little bit bigger than I need, so that's kind of nice, right? It's not like I have to be like, oh my goodness, I will never get all that on there. It will be on there. So now I'm just going to add glue here to the back. If you're happy with it, keep going. If you're not happy with it, make a quick adjustment. This one is going to be on here, and it covers up a good amount of the gift bag. We're going to bring in our friend. This is our friend right here, and we're going to add this in right over here. I'm just gluing that down flat. We're going to bring in our next yellow flower. Again, you could use dimensionals if you want to, or if you want to put it down flat, then you've got that option too. And the last thing we need here on our bag is just a little bit of ribbon. And how cute are these? I hope you guys are enjoying these cards in bags as much as I have been enjoying them. When I first saw the class, I thought, oh, that's a really cute idea. And I liked it. And I thought, yep, I'm going to do that. I'm going to share that class. And then after I made them, I was like, oh my gosh, these are so adorable. Like, they're just adorable. And what a great way to gift and use these treat bags. And I mean, like, you're saving money on envelopes too, right? So you're not making two. Normally during my class, I'm like, oh, you're making two of everything. You're making just one of each. So you're getting one of each of these gift bags. You're going to be doing the gorgeous boho blue, the very elegant copper clay, the fantastic, I think I love this one, moody mauve. This one might be my favorite. We have, let's see, where else? This one is Pebbled Path. I'm trying to open the ones up that I just made today. Pebbled Path, right here, right? So you got a little bit of pink going on here in this class. Okay, so you're a fan of the pink. And the last one we have is the Wild Wheat. So these are the in colors. These are the current in colors. This is what you'll be making, right? So you'll be making a card and you'll have a bag for each. Plus you're going to have extra bags. Plus you're going to have the jute twine. It's going to be awesome. It's a really great special, and I hope that you are able to take advantage of it. So remember, with a $50 order with me through the week through Friday, you're going to get the 5 card kits that I showed you, and you're going to get the treat bags. Like, that's your freebie for the week. The treat bags are your freebie. If you bump up your order to $75 and you spend money on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you're getting free shipping from Stampin' Up. Plus, you're getting jute twine from me. So that's really awesome too. Now on Thursday and Friday, if you spend $75, I'm still going to throw in the jute twine with the treat bags and the card kits, but you're going to spend some shipping. So those are things to keep in mind and think about. Please use my host code for all orders under $150. If you're over $150, first of all, you should be doing the starter kit. I'm going to just say that right now. Over $150, do the starter kit. It doesn't matter if you never buy another Stampin' Up! Product again, you're going to get more value. Don't spend $150. But if you are spending $150 because you're like, no, I don't want to do that. I get it. I get it. I'm just trying to save you some money, make you happy. But ask me questions if you have any, because I would love to be able to talk to you about maximizing your value, right? Getting percents off and getting whatever you want. Get that free shipping, get all of the good things. So I hope you've enjoyed this class. I'm hoping that it recorded well because I have to go to the dentist soon and get some stuff done in my mouth. So I hope you guys are having a great time. I should be in the comments commenting with you as I watch this later on tonight. I will be hopefully on through the week as much as I can. And I do have some more treat bag ideas to share with you. So you're going to want the treat bags. Let me just tell you that. They are really cute. All right, everybody, that's going to be it for me for tonight. I hope you are having a wonderful time. Don't forget free shipping. If you have any questions, let me know. I will check in with you soon. And until then, stay inspired, create something beautiful, share the love. Bye, everybody.